Hey, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, man. Like this video on your way in. Hit the like button. Go ahead and comment down below if you rocking with PRE, if you rocking with Dolph, everything like that. So, look, man, y'all gotta realize that they just got caught for everything, man. 42 Doug just snitched on everybody. They had to shut the concert down because of the 42 Doug allegations that he had told to the feds, man. So basically, everybody knows that they done picked up 42 Doug from the feds just a couple days ago. Basically, he's been a wanted person this whole entire time, and they have figured out a way to kind of get him on a RICO charge from CMG. So what you got to realize is that the fact that he doesn't want to do all the time that they're giving him, so he had to snitch on everything. So he snitched. They busted Moneybagg Yo concert. Everybody just had to leave. The whole thing got shut down. The whole Fed stopped it. So now what you got to go back to is that 42 Doug, they tried to tell him that he's going to do 50 to 100 years minimum unless he tells on everything. You know, he already told on the alleged suspect straight drop and everything like that. Now they're going to try to get him to tell on Makitas, Yo Gotti, Moneybagg Yo, and Blac Youngsta. The first thing that they're going to want to find out from 42 Doug is what information does he know about the Bentley that Moneybagg Yo owns that was driven that day right in front of Makitas. Then once he figures out what he knows about that, they're going to be asking him specific questions like, for example, who was driving it, where did it come from, was it true that it did come from Moneybagg Yo's house and that it did go to Yo Gotti's neighborhood where he had to check in with his ID. So that's the information that they want to look. But in the meantime, all the concerts got shut down. The whole thing got shut down. Basically, everybody had to leave. There's no coming back. All the shows are getting canceled left and right. I heard a promoter try to book their show in Atlanta, and he couldn't do it no more because of a situation that happened. They said that they didn't want him to do it. So basically, you got to realize that everywhere they go is some going to be situations and problems that they can't really avoid. So y'all got to look at the fact that it's just a revolving door, and his karma is coming back to strike him against Yo Gotti, CMG, Moneybagg Yo, and Blac Youngsta. Like, everything that they did in the dark will come to light. And you got to realize the fact that 42 Doug, man, they should have never trusted him. He infiltrated into the organization and basically figured out crucial info that he ended up using against them in the long run, like after the fact, man. Once everything went down and shit hit the fan and everything, and the feds came and cracked down on 42 Doug, he squealed, man. He squealed like a rat, man. They just basically squeezed all the info out of him, and it was all history from there. Like, honestly, you couldn't make up the kind of stuff he was telling. He was telling dates, times. He was showing text messages. He sent the feds an entire profile screenshot of hard drive of everything he had. He let them download his iCloud so that they could go ahead and look through all the text messages and find all the connections on the dates that he was texting Yo Gotti. And they also looked through his photos and found a lot of photos of Moneybagg Yo's car and the Bentley and exactly where it usually is parked. And it's parked usually in the baby mama's driveway. And they had that's basically why she had targeted in that whole situation that went down earlier, is because they knew exactly where she was. So when they followed her and she was seen, she had to move out and basically live at, she had to live at a weekly or something like that. And they caught her up and they pulled up. She was just trying to lay low, but it was too late, man. Everybody was following at that point. And the social media didn't make it no much better from that whole situation. But basically at this point, man, the 42 Doug situation is where it's at now. Like, everything that they told him, man, they're gonna regret and wish that they could take it back, but it's too late at this point. He's probably speaking right now as we talk, so you gotta understand that 42 Doug is about to crack open this whole can of unknown, like, these more facts that's gonna just end up making this whole case turn on its head. Like, y'all gotta understand that it's a lot to be figured out about. Basically, what he did was the first thing, like, I think within a couple hours of them taking him into the station, he already pointed his finger on a map of exactly which places that Moneybagg Yo and Blac Youngsta stay at, and like where they be at, just like how Straight Drop had that trap house where they dumped the Benz at, and they dumped the getaway car. Yeah, 42 Doug pointed out more places where they hide more getaway cars that were involved in more things like the Covington and the getaway car for Newski. Remember, Newski's car still was never found. His friend took it and never gave it back. And 42 Doug pointed on a map of Memphis exactly where Newski's car was and who took it and everything like that. So not only is he making the situation bad for Moneybagg Yo, but he's also telling on Yo Gotti too, because he's letting the feds know that he told Yo Gotti about his whole situation of him being on the run, and Yo Gotti still signed him. So when your boss knows you're doing something like that and they still pay you and still take you in like that, that's basically guilty association. Like, they're helping out you in whatever you're trying to finesse with the law and everything like that. So y'all gotta realize that they could get Yo Gotti in trouble for all of that, and 42 Doug doesn't care, because at this point he's just looking at he's rather worried about himself than Yo Gotti. He doesn't care about no one. So he's gonna be like, nah, if he can do less time, that's better, and he don't care who's gonna have to do more time. But you don't want to be the guy that goes down in the RICO case like that. So that's why he's telling so much. But he told to the point to where now they're shutting down the shows and the concerts, and so it's affecting Blac Youngsta and them's revenue as far as the shows go. They can't get booked. It's like harder and harder for a promoter to keep booking them, and at this point they're not going to be able to pretty much sustain it much longer. Like, the schedule is all booked, and now they're like, people are calling and saying they have to cancel on those bookings, and that's what's going on. Like, their assistants are on the phone 24/7 and it's driving them crazy. They're like a call center up in there of how many bookings are getting canceled. Like, they've been had these shows booked since the last summer, and now it's getting around to it because all these shows and all these venues are opening up. And what you got to understand is that they can't even go into those shows and venues anymore because these shows are getting canceled left and right, and their assistants can't even keep up with it. Like, they're busier dealing with canceled shows than they ever were booking real shows that were actually going to be paid out and attended to. So, man, y'all got to realize that 42 Doug just kind of screwed all of them over, and it wasn't a smart move signing him after all. So Yo Gotti just took a big L for that, and that L pretty much waterfall down to Moneybagg Yo and Blac Youngsta. Everybody's gonna get an L from CMG because 42 Doug's gonna make sure they all take a L with all the information he's about to provide to these federal investigators. So y'all gotta realize, man, this is pretty much it's like doomsday for them. It's crazy. So y'all stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, make sure you like this video and comment what you think about this. Let me know in the comments if you rocking with Young Dolph. Let me know in the comments if you rocking with PRE. If you're still a fan of 42 Doug, let me know that in the comments too, and what you also think about the whole situation with CMG, Makitas, and all them. All right, man, stay tuned for the next video. We out.